Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Rogers. You may have seen this rally during your morning commute in Minneapolis. It comes in response to Mayor Jacob Frey's veto of a ceasefire resolution. Michelle Beck was there as people started gathering.
From Palestine to Mexico,
border walls have got to go. There are lots of cars passing by on 35W here this morning. Protesters here telling me that rush hour is one of the best times to get their message across, and it's pretty clear why.
We charge you with genocide.
Right around 7 a.m., the Ceasefire Now banner went up. Lots of cars honking in support. It's organized by the Free Palestine Coalition. The protest, a show of solidarity for Palestine. It comes a day before Minneapolis City Council members could vote to override action from the mayor. They're referring to Mayor Jacob Frey vetoing the council's ceasefire resolution. The document would support an end of U.S. military aid to Israel.
Ceasefire now should not be a word that is controversial. It should be an obvious demand from everyone who wants peace and justice for everyone. So ceasefire now means that stopping all of the bombing, stopping all of the aggression on Gaza, and the removal of all of the Israeli army from Gaza.
And right off the 35W ramp, you can see we're standing right near U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar's office. Protesters again tell me that this is not just a local effort to affect change, it's also a state and a federal effort as well. In Minneapolis, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
Well, in about 3 hours, similar calls are expected in front of the St. Paul City Council. Rallies began yesterday in the city. Community members and activists are urging the council to officially put its support behind a ceasefire in Gaza and the end of U.S. military aid to Israel. The meeting begins this afternoon at 3:30. Well, today messages continue to flood social media, remembering the Lutzen Lodge. This video shows the aftermath of a massive fire in the resort building. It started early yesterday morning, destroying the historic landmark. The good news is workers tell us they are already coming up with plans to rebuild.
It has to get put back, and the memories have to start over again. So we've had 125 years of memories. We're going to start with new ones, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Lutzen Lodge dates back to 1885 and has survived world wars, pandemics, and 2 previous fires over the years. It's also a popular place for weddings and honeymoons and beach vacations on Lake Superior. Ownership still has the original plans from 1951 when they rebuilt after the last fire. They plan to use those again in the rebuilding process this time. Well, outside we go. Clouds are rolling in and we're keeping an eye on some rain tonight. Ben, even with the rain, it's still warm out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And even as we head into tomorrow with rain showers in the forecast, temperatures are still likely going to reach back into the 50s, and more record high temperatures are looking likely. Take a look at where we're at right now. Most of us are in the mid 40s at the moment, even closing in on 50 over southwestern Minnesota. Some parts of the state, including the metro, a couple degrees cooler than this time yesterday, mainly because that cloud bank is a little thicker today, so we're not seeing as much sunshine. But regardless, we should still reach well into the 50s, even with some partial sunshine expected later this afternoon. Here is your hour-by-hour forecast. We are not expecting the rain to move in until after dark tonight, and even when it does, we're not looking at all the rain coming in one fell swoop. We're looking at intervals of showers that'll last tonight through Thursday. More record warm temperatures possible the next couple of days. Again, wet at times tonight through Thursday, and then turning cooler Friday, maybe a few wet snowflakes, and it looks like the cooler temperatures will stick around through next week. We'll talk about those big changes in the forecast ahead, just ahead.
I need some of that moisture back, Ben.
It's coming,
I know,
right?
My nose, it's been getting me. Thank you, Ben. Well, we're taking a live look at the nation's capital, where right now senators are meeting to vote on a border deal and foreign aid package. Reports show Republican senators will likely stop the passage of the bill that would give assistance to Ukraine and Israel. The news comes after former President Donald Trump and top House Republicans spoke out against the $118 billion bipartisan plan. Tomorrow, the U.S. Supreme Court will begin hearing arguments over if Donald Trump is eligible to be on the 2024 presidential ballot. Today, we're hearing the former president is not expected to attend. The case comes after the Colorado Supreme Court took him off the ballot under the 14th Amendment insurrection policy. Trump will instead head to Nevada for the state's primary election. Well, just minutes ago, the Minneapolis Downtown Council began a meeting to review its 2025 plan on improving the city's downtown and its vision for 2035. With 1 year left to go, the council is looking back at how the last year went and what still needs to be accomplished. The plan, which started back in 2011, has 10 core initiatives focused on things like downtown development, improving transportation, and ending homelessness.
Here's the challenge. We need to continue to be a special place for people who want to come, not just to work, but also to live and potentially go out and do entertainment, nightlife, that sort of thing. We really double down and focus on.
The Downtown Council also says it's time to start thinking about its 2035 plan, which includes reimagining what the future of downtown is all about. That means integrating the needs for people who live in neighborhoods, people who work in the area, and arts and entertainment venues. Well, in the near future, if you live in Minnesota, you may need to track when you're using your utilities in order to save money. Xcel Energy is proposing a big pricing shift in the coming years. In their proposal, during the summer, peak rates between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. on weekdays could cost customers 7 times more than off-peak times between midnight and 6 a.m. During the winter, that peak time would cost about 5 times more. A third base would apply to all other times. According to Xcel, the shift would reduce stress on the systems and entice customers to use electricity when wind power is most abundant. But an expert who studied Xcel's local pilot program says he's not convinced.
If the pilot was truly representative of the population, then you will probably only get 10% of the people responding. Why bother the other 90%?
The Public Utilities Commission will hold a hearing on the plan this summer, but they are taking public comments right now online, and you can find that link at KARE11.com. Well, happening right now, Minnesotans can start applying to get more money back if they buy an electric vehicle. The state launched its new EV rebate program just 2 hours ago. It gives a $600 rebate to Minnesotans who buy a used electric vehicle and a $2,500 rebate if they buy a new one. That's in addition to federal rebates. You can find the online application at min.gov.